What is up guys, Anton here with Unbox PH, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tecno Camon 19 Pro. Now, we discussed most of the specs in our video during their Camon 19 series launch event here in the Philippines, so now I just really want to dive into what these cameras can really do. But first, let's not forget to leave a like and to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on our other social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more unbox content and giveaways. Now again, the biggest highlight of the Camon 19 Pro is definitely the new 64 megapixel ISOCELL GWB sensor that we are getting here. This new sensor was specifically developed for Tecno by Samsung and uses an RGBW array that is said to improve low light sensitivity by as much as 1.7 times. The Pro model that we have here adds OIS and a glass plus plastic lens designed for clearer images, along with a 50 megapixel portrait camera with 2x optical zoom. Now, with these cameras, I was able to take some pretty good looking shots. The photos came out a little less saturated than what we are used to, but with their built-in AI color mode, images really got an extra punch with their colors. Greens, though, really came out extremely saturated and are not exactly the most color accurate, but this toggle is optional and always available for people who want that extra oomph in their photos. Although we did notice that this mode might not be for everybody, the Tecno Camon 19 Pro still takes pretty great baseline shots in terms of detail with pretty well implemented HDR. The secondary 50 megapixel telephoto lens takes pretty great shots too at 2x optical zoom, though you can expect a different color profile compared to its main sensor. Photos did come out much warmer without losing much detail compared to the main sensor, so that is great news. And also enabling the AI color enhancement on this lens again gives us the much more vibrant images with the very saturated greens as well. My only gripe with this camera setup is that the 50 megapixel portrait lens really does need some electronic stabilization, which they can hopefully implement in a software update so that we can, more easily get cleaner shots with its 2x zoom. Selfies on this device are also quite impressive with great detail thanks to its 32 megapixel resolution, giving us pretty great detail with ample HDR performance to keep your light sources and shadows relatively balanced. Super night performance, on the other hand, is quite serviceable, giving us pretty great light sensitivity thanks to its new sensor without sacrificing the vibrant colors we're quite used to on daylight scenarios. As for video, we can only max out at 2K resolution on the back, while the front sensor maxes out at 1080p 30 FPS, though I did notice that video performance does need a little bit more optimization to make the most out of the OIS we have on the back camera. Overall, the baseline camera performance on the Camon 19 Pro is pretty great. It's no detail monster like we see on more expensive flagships, but the versatile camera setup here, especially with OIS and a high-resolution telephoto camera, you get variety and flexibility for your photos, and their aggressive image post-processing gives you quite a bit of flavor to stand out from the crowd. Now, one feature I would really like to highlight is the sky shot, because it offers a really easy way to take some pretty unique aesthetic shots. It uses AI to automatically replace the sky with available presets, then uses a filter over the entire image to match the lighting from the replaced sky. It's a very unique feature, and I'm glad that Camon put it on this phone. This feature and the handful of other camera tricks they use clearly shows that Tecno wants to provide an affordable phone with a versatile set of cameras, whereas in this price range, other brands tend to focus on performance at the detriment of image and video quality. So even with generally better camera performance for its price, we are getting the full package on the Camon 19 Pro still. When we take a look at the build, it's still modern with the contemporary boxy form factor, and the back panel scatters light beautifully with a frosted finish to minimize fingerprints. Now, we are getting a side-mounted fingerprint sensor here because we are getting an IPS LCD display up in the front, and it does tower at 6.8 inches, feeling quite narrow when you're holding it, but it's still a great screen to look at because of these super slim bezels, and offers super smooth animation with its 120Hz refresh rate. This is all being powered by the MediaTek Helio G96 processor, which is what you'd expect in this price range of 13,490 pesos, and is a pretty capable processor, giving you enough performance to enjoy most of your games at medium to low settings, and of course, powering the AI camera and image processing that this phone is made for. Now, there's also minimal compromise when it comes to memory, as you can get this phone with 8GB to 11GB of RAM thanks to virtual RAM expansion and 128GB of ROM. So if you are dedicating the Tecno Camon 19 Pro for just photos and a few videos, you won't be running out of space anytime soon. Now, as for battery, we're getting the standard 5000 milliamp hours here and 33 watts of charging, so you can most likely fully charge this device in about an hour. Now, this phone does have a focus on camera performance, giving us variety where it matters. And the right compromises on the ROM and IPS LCD technology, for example, gives us a pretty solid price of 13,490 pesos, while squeezing out as much camera performance as it can for this price range. Because we are getting ISOCELL sensors here, OIS capability on the main sensor, and a high-resolution 50-megapixel telephoto lens, taking the place of the 2-megapixel macro lens we're so used to at this price. It is really a breath of fresh air and makes this device an easy choice for camera enthusiasts on a budget. But what do you guys think of the Tecno Camon 19 Pro? Let us know in the comments down below. Once again, my name is Anton, and I'll see you guys next time.